6 detonations, 0 cover. Yesterday, May 30th, 2025, Trump handed Musk a golden key. DOGE's destiny just got personal. The deficit got sliced in half. Critics called the math cooked. Incomes surged, but the New York Times warned inequality shadows the gains. Judges flipped tariffs. Trump's trade battle reset again. Russell Vought gutted public media. PBS trembles, the budget bleeds. The Supreme Court nuked migrant protections. Activists warned mass deportations loom. Welcome to Yesterday on TFN, where we don't report the news, we detonate it. Yesterday, Trump staged a farewell spectacle, gifting Elon Musk a golden White House key. The New York Times framed it as symbolic of DOGE's growing grip on power. Trump hailed Musk as a patriot, praising his role in cutting bureaucratic waste. Musk vowed to defend DOGE's way of life, projecting up to $1 trillion in long-term savings. So far, DOGE's cuts sit at $160 billion, while Musk shifts to an advisory role. Tesla jumped 5%. X added $2 million in fresh value. X lit up like an oil flare. At Vigilant Fox hyped, DOGE lives. At LibbyX22 mocked, Golden Key stunt. Rand Paul fueled the fire. Musk exposed waste. Bloomberg framed this as consolidation of power. The Guardian warned of private influence creeping deeper into public governance. Is this genuine reform or elite entrenchment disguised as efficiency? Yesterday, Trump's team unveiled a dramatic deficit cut from $3.2 trillion to $1.6 trillion, numbers CNBC called record-breaking. DOGE stripped out $800 billion in waste, tax revenues jumped 12%, interest payments fell $90 billion, and 2 million jobs were added. Treasury yields dropped 0.5% from 5.1 to 4.6, with the CBO validating top-line data. X melted down in real time. At Econx22 cheered, Trump delivers. At BlueXX99 snapped, numbers cooked. Mitt Romney hailed impressive restraint. CNBC praised renewed confidence, but the New York Times questioned long-term sustainability as federal workforces shrink. Bloomberg warned heavy dependence on tax growth may prove brittle. Is this fiscal mastery or a high-stakes gamble wearing a mask of restraint? Yesterday, income data landed, with Bloomberg spotlighting broad-based gains as incomes rose 7% in 2025. Nancy Pelosi warned, gains don't reach all. Wages grew 4%, but taxes sliced $1,200 from household budgets. Businesses expanded hiring 15%, minority wages climbed 8%. Labor participation reached 64%, pushing disposable income up $2,000. X buzzed like a beehive. WorkX22 praised, America thrives, while at EquityX99 warned, gains uneven. Bloomberg credited DOGE's deregulation for fueling hiring. The New York Times pointed to structural gaps beneath the surface boom. Is this real prosperity, or a rising tide that still leaves many stranded? Yesterday, a federal appeals court overruled the trade court and reinstated Trump's tariffs, Reuters reported. Elizabeth Warren argued, tariffs harm workers. Trump blasted judicial overreach and vowed to appeal to the Supreme Court. The revived tariffs included both universal and fentanyl imports. Markets edged up 0.4%, while the next legal round is scheduled for June 5th, CNBC noted. X took sides in real time. At TradeX22 raged, courts betray. At MarketX99 warned, consumers lose. Here's what the top news outlets are saying about it. Reuters framed the stay as a temporary boost to Trump's leverage. Fox News called it a defiant escalation. China prepared for tense trade talks, Xinhua reported. The Financial Times warned the market rally may fade. Bloomberg noted the courts still check executive power. Canada and Mexico face new costs, the Wall Street Journal reported. Politico flagged mounting risks of additional legal challenges, while CNN warned price hikes could follow. NPR cited waning political support. The Guardian highlighted rising fears of trade war escalation. The Hill tracked growing congressional oversight. AP News summarized growing uncertainty. Is this a strategic leverage win or a legal time bomb waiting to detonate? Yesterday, OMB chief Russell Vought, leading DOGE after Elon's departure, according to media, unveiled $9.4 billion in rescissions targeting USAID, NPR, and PBS. Politico called it an aggressive offensive against discretionary spending. Bernie Sanders slammed it, guts public media. Vought framed it as slashing woke waste, pulling $8 billion from USAID alone. FY26 DOGE cuts project $160 billion with limited congressional oversight. X melted down. At Budget X22 backed, cut waste. At Media XX99 cried, censoring PBS. Fox News praised fiscal discipline. The Washington Post warned of weakened diplomacy and shrinking cultural influence. Is this spending control or ideological surgery disguised as budget management? Yesterday, the Supreme Court handed Trump sweeping authority to revoke protections for 530,000 migrants, MSNBC reported. AOC condemned it as inhumane. Justices Sotomayor and Jackson dissented. Biden's CHNV parole program collapsed. Governor Kristi Noem launched deportations targeting 210,000 Haitians. Trump declared sovereignty restored. Revenue jumped with increased engagement as debate raged. Reactions were swift and partisan on X. At Border X22 cheered America First, while at Rights X99 warned mass cruelty. MSNBC spotlighted humanitarian risks. CNN highlighted looming legal and logistical fights. Is this sovereignty reclaimed or a flashpoint for crisis that could backfire? 6 levers pulled. Here's your next move, prompting you to action. Track Musk's expanding DOGE role. Whitehouse.gov posts active advisory changes. Monitor Treasury.gov for unfolding deficit audits and revenue reports. Follow Labor.gov to track wage disparity data as hiring accelerates. Watch Commerce.gov as Trump's tariff appeals grind forward. Review FCC.gov schedules for public media funding hearings. Monitor Justice.gov for court battles on immigration authority. Yesterday, ambition hardened, courts collided, and power redrew its own maps. The stakes escalate. Join us tomorrow on Yesterday. Truth Fights, narrative on TFN, every damn day.